something I got written down here. I think this is something you guys would agree with. There's already a huge amount of hatred for microtransactions in the gaming community. Like, there's already just, like, people can't stand all the DLC you got to pay for and all this crap. You pay $70 for a game or whatever. Even if the game's free, like, but 90% of the game is you got to pay to unlock it. It's just like, that's not what we're here for. That's not a good gaming experience. We're already, like, fighting an uphill battle when it comes to that shit. And all of a sudden, like, the shit that you might be paying for wasn't even made by a real person. I mean, to me, that's absolutely fucking ridiculous. These companies, these big corporations, Microsoft, these game studios and stuff, they're all trending in the same direction. Make no mistake about it. The goal is to make money. It's not to even make a good product. It's to make money. They only care about making ship dates. And if they can hire a programmer, or in quotations, right, or a generative AI lead, somebody that can just type in a bunch of prompts, not even like, do all the coding necessary that they used to do and all the graphic design that they used to. If they can just get somebody to do that so that they can make a ship date for these games on time, they would rather do that. And that's what they're looking for. The devs are getting lazier and lazier. Not all of them, not the good ones, but the people that are, headlining these projects. I think the games that ultimately use AI in the production process, I think there's just not going to be as much passion behind the game by the devs. Obviously, there's, like I was saying earlier, there's you're not gonna know what's real. That's the other thing too. And this happened with Call of Duty, right? They released a skin a couple months ago, I think, that was completely AI. And I don't even think anyone knew which one it was, or I'm not sure which one it was, or whatever. But like, that pisses people off, right? It's like, nobody even worked on this. They just typed in a prompt and made this thing within 5 seconds, and here I am paying $20 for it. That's completely ridiculous. That's unacceptable. Like, you should pay somebody to do that, right? If I'm going to pay my hard-earned money for something, I want to know that it wasn't made in fucking, like, 5 seconds. Like, that's, what I mean? I want somebody to have put some blood, sweat, and tears into it if I'm going to pay for it, right? I mean, like, and realistically, like, thinking like this is, we're on the side of the devs that are the designers and these coders and things like that. Like, we are an advocate for those people. We want them to have jobs. We don't want their jobs to be taken away by AI or just some fucking guy that types in prompts all day. That's fucking lame. And so you're not going to know what's real and what's not. I think that's the biggest problem for me coming up with these games. Like, we were playing, I was talking to my buddy Chris, we were playing MW3, and I was like, you know what? How do I know that these maps weren't made with AI? I mean, seriously, how do I know that these maps weren't just generated with AI? And it's like, that kind of irritates me a little bit. It's not that there couldn't be a good map made with AI, but the fact that, like, they're just going to maximize profit to that extent, it's like, hey, we're too lazy to even work on the project anymore. We're just going to have AI do what it can. And to me, it's disrespectful to the art, right? They don't even want to hire an artist. They want to hire somebody that's uncreative to punch in a bunch of prompts, to make it happen. Like, they would rather do that. And like I said earlier, I'm not, like, fully against AI. I'm not anti-AI. But in the short term, I think AI is kind of going to be a detriment to the creative process in an interesting way. And the only way I see AI making up for all this for, like, the average man, like, and the average gamer is, like, if it somehow comes full circle and I can just use AI to make my own game and I don't have to participate in any of this corporate crap or purchase any of this corporate profit maximizing bullshit that was generated by AI. I think it's going to get to a point where we're going to look back at a game like Halo 4, one of the worst pieces of dog shit, one of the shittiest games ever made, and say, you know what? At least that game was made by real people. Seriously, I think that's where we're headed. And that's not a good place to be for the gaming community. I don't think that doesn't solve any of the problems that were already there. We need people that are on the job, that are passionate about these projects, not people that are just, hey, what looks cool? What prompts can we type in? What kind of can we sell another bullshit battle royale that was made, on fucking Microsoft Copilot, OpenAI, whatever? Like, that's not where we need to be going. That's not the direction the gaming community needs to be going. Anyway, if you like the video, subscribe. We're almost at 1,000. Fucking hideous looking at a number with a 9 in front of it. Yeah, and to the few people, if any, that have been patiently waiting for me to post something, my apologies. The goal is to be more active and get more involved, so that's in the works. Anyway, appreciate you guys sticking around, and I will see you in the next video.